Everyone rides their bike in the sun. Like seriously,
Why be normal?
Hi, we're the Left Hands. We're from Ogden, Utah, and we're here to pick up our VanDOit.
welcome to Kansas, the best place to drive ever. That's why we came here. Was for this.
How would you like to be riding your bike right now?
I love it. I love riding bike in weird weather. It makes it like another sensory thing that you just kind of get even more lost in it, or it's kind of novel. Days that I go out in the rain, it's like pouring, and I came back and told you like it felt like it was partially like a swimming thing more than a bike ride. Those are some of my favorite days.
That's funny.
We are in Kansas, headed to Missouri. Have already drove through Utah, Wyoming, and Colorado in the middle of the night. Why are we headed to Missouri, Miss Bailey?
We are headed to Missouri to pick up an adventure van. A VanDOit adventure van that will serve the purpose of race support vehicle and family adventure wagon.
Do they not just have a van in Utah we could pick up? Because a 14-hour drive with 5 hours through Kansas is like low on my list. I could bike there.
True. We should have just done that.
Yeah.
Had you bike and go get it and we stay home.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I say that and then immediately my brain goes, yeah.
Why not?
Ah.
Yeah. But they don't have vans like VanDOit vans.
Nobody got vans like these vans?
Nope.
We have always been campers. We've always been adventurers. We grew up in families that went camping regularly. And we actually have lived in a travel trailer before for a few months. And we've owned a couple different trailers. So we've always liked the lifestyle of being able to adventure, go places and do things. And when we got into racing bikes, we eventually thought it'd be cool to have something to go and travel in. So we talked about maybe a camper van would make more sense at some point. And Bailey eventually ran into Adventure for Six on Instagram. That's when we first made our contact with VanDOit, and we were like, that looks pretty cool. Maybe we could do that one day.
Here we go. Headed into the town of Emporia, Kansas. Emporia is the location of Unbound Gravel. Unbound is the biggest gravel race of the season here in the United States, and one of the biggest, if not the biggest, in the world. It's kind of the birthplace of gravel. The race was first known as Dirty Kansas. I'm gonna go out and ride with one of the founders. I'll bring this camera out and get us out on the dirt here in Emporia, which will also be my first time riding in 7 weeks.
Gosh. When was gravel born? Because we were in Oklahoma
Yeah.
and there were like serious gravel riders at that point, and we were like, what is this? That's weird.
Yeah, it's really sad that I didn't get into cycling while we were there, because I would have definitely met people early on and been in a really interesting crowd there. Ironically, we bought bikes in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Not road bikes, not gravel bikes, city bikes, because we just wanted to get out. They were hybrids.
Yeah.
City bikes. And we wanted to just get out and do stuff. But the guy who runs Mid-South, it's his shops, the district that we bought them from.
Mm-hmm.
And we took those bikes back to Utah and sold them. We did do a couple rides out there. I even got a little adventurous and did a little bit of dirt on it, but I was not a cyclist then, so it is sad.
Yeah, just thinking about there was like clubs.
Yeah.
And they were like inviting us to come out and ride, and we didn't take them up on that.
Yeah.
That would have been really fun and cool to do. Of course, we were in no shape to do that at that time.
Right. Well, I don't know. Plenty of people cycle in all types of conditions,
Sure.
and physical fitness. And we've talked about how even though I was overweight, I was still active.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would have went out and enjoyed it. I would not have been speedy, and it would have shown me that I don't have anything down.
You probably wouldn't have become an ultra-cyclist had you done that.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I was thinking that's interesting. You know, I am now a roadie going into gravel, and in that situation, maybe I would have gotten to gravel or came back and done more mountain biking. I did come back and want to mountain bike at home.
That was like the one thing we were like, okay, we could move home because watch all these mountain bike videos. Look how fun.
And I did get a mountain bike, and I went out a few times, but was still pretty overweight. And then by the time that I probably could have rode it more, I was really into running.
Mm-hmm.
And so,
And we had a baby.
and it wasn't a good enough bike to feel like I could do a lot on. And yeah, we had a baby, and it was always so hard to mountain bike because you got to go to the trail, and so you either got to spend your time pedaling to the trail or you got to drive to the trail and spend time. So the reason that I love road cycling is you just get out from your front door.
Yeah, we had this little new child and we wanted to be healthy for him. And we said, it's time to finally do it. And I ended up losing 100 pounds. I went from over 270, I don't even know how much I weighed for sure, over 270 all the way down to about 160 when I was racing marathons.
Yeah, we both love to be active and, play sports, dance around, run, just for fun. And we were able to get back to that.
Running kind of sucks. It's amazing, and I love like trail running and things, but I have this desire to just go. So I did that with running, and that pretty much is a guaranteed way to hurt yourself. I was sitting on my couch after a really bad injury, and I had waited, I think about 2 weeks to see if it would heal up all the way without any sort of running. And I went for a run that day, and it hurt like instantly again. And I was so upset. And I remember looking out the window and thinking I should be on top of that mountain. Okay, I got to do something. And so my brother's mountain bike was in our garage, and I thought, well, I'll go try getting on a bike. But it was pretty much instantly like life change. You're not a runner anymore. Like, you are a cyclist. You just didn't know it because it just fit me so well. It's a lot less painful. You can do like as much of it as you want to or as you train yourself to. And so I didn't know at the time, but like cycling 100 miles is a really big goal for people to like get to and do. And I was cycling 100 miles a couple times a week within a week or two. And then I bought my first road bike, and next thing I knew, I was cycling 100 miles like 5 or 6 times a week. And people were like, you should try this like super long race. It was called Lodija, and it's the longest one-day race in the USA. And it goes from Logan, Utah to Jackson, Wyoming, 202 miles. You go over 3 mountain passes. And I was like, you're insane. Like, I'm not gonna do that. I just started cycling because it was like 60 days or something after I first got on a road bike. And just 30 days into cycling, I was like, I think I'm gonna do that. And so I signed up, I did it. It was simultaneously the hardest thing I had ever done and the best thing I had ever done. I remember finishing and thinking, I want to do that better. I want to get better at this. And so then the rest is history. Like, that was my first race, my first event. And now I've done multi-day events and super long ones, broke some records along the way, and all with this idea of like, how much can I do if I just let go and try it out?
All within a fairly short amount of time. This was
3 years.
3 years ago. In 3 years, you've got 14 world records, several old course records, meaning you beat a record that stood for a long time. And it's been amazing. Like, something that it would feel like he was born to do this, like he would have been doing this his entire life. And no, we just found it kind of accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, here we are.
VanDOit.
Good, how are you?
Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby and baby.
How many days you break it up, huh?
We just drove most of it yesterday, and then we were just in Emporia
Okay, yeah, you guys were pretty close, yeah.
last night. Yeah,
Not too far.
yeah.
We're ready.
Woohoo!
Whoa. You want to go up? Okay, go up and look. We were like, we will be noticed. We will make our presence known. I have cycling kits that are the same color, of course, and everything. And so bright, bright, bright. This is awesome. I will say, putting the road in the slider was my idea, which I thought was cool on the other side, that it hides the way in. I'm not a design person, but I like that one. That looks so good.
Awesome, huh?
Yeah. What you think? Can I come in?
Yeah.
Cool. Vroom. You know, that's where we'll put bikes. That's a gear slider. We'll put bikes on there. And then the bikes can slide out the back.
Something we always have dreamt of is traveling, taking our kids places where they can, you know, be around different environments than what we have at home, be around different people, learn from them. And, you know, this cycling is one way we're going to be able to do that, because we'll have races across the country. And the hope is that we'll travel in the van as a family. We'll support Matthew through the race out of the van, nutrition, with mechanical things, anything that he needs during the race. And then the idea would be we create a either weekend or longer trip around that to whatever location the race is in. And that's so exciting to me. It really has been something that, you know, we talked about 10 years ago when we first got married, that how fun it would be to live on the road, or, you know, travel and kind of just let the wind take us where it will. And this is an opportunity we get to do that.
The thing that I'm most excited for the van is that it can fit so many of our needs because it's modular. And when we've thought about doing different motorhomes or vans or anything like that, it always feels a little limiting, because if you build your own van, then it's set up that way. If you buy it, it's set up that way. Like, it is what it is.
We wanted the beds moved back, we wanted pods moved, we wanted water moved, we wanted another storage cabinet put in. I mean, they said when you get here,
You can do it all.
we can change things up how you want to. And we said, oh yeah?
Okay.
When we saw the way you guys do the vans, the way VanDOit makes their modular vans, we were just blown away at, like, okay, we could use this without too much hassle. One weekend, we'll be like camping one weekend, racing the next weekend, family vacation again the next weekend. Like, so that's what I'm most excited for, is that we can use it for multiple things and it will serve a purpose for cycling, but it can be moved around. Can tell that everyone here is so invested in the mission of the company to help people get out and have the experiences they want and do it the way they want to, because everyone was just so kind and nice about how do you make this work and how does this look. It's been great to work with them.
Just the attention to detail in a way that is so genius, right? I think
Functional.
about the things built back here. Wow, someone really thought about how this would work in a van in this tight space and figured out the best way to do it. And there wasn't another choice in my mind.
So on the van, it says no limits left. No limits left is this idea of letting go of what people say is possible or what people say you can do. And it's about, like, dreaming big, like thinking, I can do something amazing. I don't know what yet if I just try. I'm a cyclist and an ultra-cyclist now. I never would have picked ultra-cycling from like a list of things to do. I just kind of tried some things and eventually ended up cycling through the path of life. And all of a sudden, it just got better and better and better. And then I got to the point where people are like, well, you can't go that much, or you can't go that long, or you can't go that fast, or don't do those things. And I was like, you know what? Still gonna train the way you're supposed to in a lot of ways, but I'm just gonna see what happens if I just do the best that I can and pull the most out of myself. A lot of what I think's made me great at cycling and endurance is I have a lot of background in how to fortify your mind and make it through hard things. And using that world of how do you put away the pain when life is too painful, or how do you overcome a challenge, matches perfectly well with like, I don't want to sit on my bike and pedal anymore. And so I think that made me a really good cyclist, and that kind of comes from that world as well of perspective is everything, and how you think about the world is how you experience the world. So if you think, oh, I can't do that, or someone told me that's too hard or that's too much or whatever, and then that's what you think in your mind, then you limit yourself. And so the idea is stop limiting yourself.
This has been overall a really cool experience.
Yeah.
Super.
I feel like we work here and we're part of the family.
We're on payroll.
And it's our 10-year anniversary. We've been married for 10 years today.
So 10 years ago, we thought it was crazy getting married. Little did we know that it gets even more crazy when you decide to purchase a van across the country.
We're always doing something crazy.
Good times.